I'm really keen to get you to elaborate on Prince William's attitude, because it seems to me he will probably be more ruthless than his father when he eventually becomes king. For instance, there's reports he would ban Andrew from his coronation and maybe even from Christmas at Sandringham when he does ascend to the throne. Have I got that right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Prince William has always got one eye on the future. That's in conjunction with the King. You know, the King is preparing him to take the top job, as it were. The King's health has been an issue over the last couple of years, and Charles is very, very aware that he's 76 and that he's got to prepare William as best as he can. But William, there's certainly no love lost between him and his uncle. He doesn't want him anywhere near the business of the monarchy. He feels that he's been a complete distraction, as well as Sarah Ferguson, throughout this whole scandal. And so he will ban him. He won't have him anywhere near his coronation. He doesn't want him anywhere near the private family events. Indeed, William was overruled by the King when William said to the King that he should be banished from all family events. The King said, listen, he's been moved to the side and exiled from public events, but he was still very much part of the family. But I cannot see any situation where that happens when William becomes king.
I was just going to ask you, Russell, I mean, what happens then with Meghan and Harry? I mean, they're the non-royals. Surely they've got to be next on the list.
Well, if Meghan and Harry have any sense, then they'll certainly be keeping quiet. I mean, we've had a couple of years of them piping up, whether that's Oprah Winfrey interviews, Netflix series, Harry's book. There's still a lot of ill feeling and distrust, especially from William with the couple. So we've seen Harry back in the UK very, very recently and talking about how he wants to come back here in some sort of capacity, whether that's to help the family out. I cannot see a situation where that happens, for starters, but I'm sure Harry wants to come back to the UK and introduce his children to the family and to sort of his background and his family life. But certainly William has very, very staunch views about them too as well.
I can imagine, absolutely. Russell Myers, nice to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us on the show. Really appreciate it. Well, we'll leave you on this one tonight. Russell, we were talking earlier about Rosie O'Donnell. She's been here in Australia, unfortunately, gracing us with our presence. And guess what? She's got on the public broadcaster. And can you guess who she's been talking about? Well, play the clip.
Then when he won, I had already read Project 2025, and I knew what they were planning, and sadly, it's exactly what has happened. And I have to get my autistic child to safety so that I can be fully cognizant and present, because when he was in office last time, it was not a good time for me. And it's very difficult to live in a country when you're like a highly sensitive person.
I mean, imagine holding so much hate that all you talk about is Trump. Get a grip. Move on with your life, Rosie, for goodness sake.
If she doesn't talk about Trump, she's got nothing to talk about.
She's got no material. No, exactly. You didn't get tickets to the show?
No.
No, didn't think so.